All right, for today's Purple to Black Belt class, we've got a few things planned. We're going to talk about sharing our talents with the people that we care about, right, to make them feel special and appreciated. In addition to that, we're going to go over a few basic kicks and just get some reps in, right, to continue to keep those basics sharp. Being brilliant in the basics is super important to really advance in training. We'll go over a couple little details on your side kick to make that a little bit better. We're going to go over some of our blocking basic motions. We've got some fitness checks to do, and I want to hit you with a sword. So it's a pretty busy day, lots to get to. Let's get started with some warm-ups, and we'll take it from there. All right, so we're going to get started with our warm-up to prepare our body for class, to prevent some injuries, get us ready to move at good speed without risking injury to our muscles and to our joints. Right, so this warm-up's got 4 moves. Each one is 30 seconds. We're starting off with some snowboard hops, which is a lot like a ski jump, only go forward and back instead of side to side. Ready, set, and go. All right, so we're just hopping, nice and easy. Now, if you're one of those people who maybe this is not great for, it hurts your knees or something like that, you can just do these as steps, right? And it'll take some of the pressure off. It's definitely not as good of a warm-up, but you'll start getting those muscles moving, which is kind of the goal, right? So I'm going back to jumping, right? But maybe you got some plantar fasciitis. Maybe you got some bad knees. Maybe you got someone who's underneath of you, right? Like downstairs who doesn't like you jumping over them. Okay. Next move we're going to do is some tap down knees, right? On a tap down knee, you start in the fighting stance. You're just going to tap down, right? Maybe you're touching your knee. Maybe you're touching your shin. Wherever it is, you're not trying to stretch the muscle. You're just trying to engage the muscle. So I lean down. Come up a knee. Lay down, come up a knee. All right, so we're going to go for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Do the first side, turn sideways so you can see a little bit better. All right, a couple things to think about as you do tap down knees. 1, again, don't stretch, just engage that muscle. 2, try and look at one thing in front of you on the floor, maybe like 6 to 10 feet in front of you. By keeping your eyes on one thing that's kind of in the middle, it'll help you maintain your balance. If you're looking straight ahead, looking at your toes, you'll start to get dizzy. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing the other leg. Do these towards you, ready, and go. All right, so in this one, you may be able to see better. I never really look up at the camera, right? I look at that spot in front of me to help me to maintain my balance and not fall over. Because again, we're trying to warm up, not fall down. All right, keep going a few more seconds, almost done with this one. Good also to breathe out when you do your knee. That's a benefit. And that's time. Okay, last warm-up move, we're gonna start with our feet apart. It's kind of like a ready stance, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just twist and twist. Bring our elbow across. Elbow across, elbow across. All right, so we're twisting, getting our body ready to rotate, which we do in so many of our moves in martial arts, whether it's punching, blocking, anything where we're trying to generate power, right? We want to be able to turn our hips, twist our body, right? So we're just doing a little bit of action to get that ready. If you know how to do some details on the elbow, you can work that into here. If you're not as familiar with how to do these kind of cross elbows, it's not super important. Like I said, it's just our warm-up, and we're done. Let's get ready for our main part of the class today. All right, so today we're going to be working on advanced blocking basic motions, and we're going to be working on a couple of the pattern components in terms of recovering appropriately. Far too often I have students who just rush through their basic motions, and even worse, they rush their partners who are supposed to be practicing through their basic motions, right? And when you rush, it's really challenging to almost impossible to get your footwork right, because you have all these recovery steps, and if your partner doesn't give you the chance to recover, you're really not practicing the basic motions the way that they're intended to be practiced. You're practicing something else, it's just not what we're practicing, right, in terms of doing our basic motions. So we're going to do a quick review of our basic motions. I'll be mirroring for you folks, right? So you want to be starting off with your right hand as if you're parrying a straight jab off of your partner's left. And then you're just going to keep alternating between, right, your right, then your left, your right, then your left, your right, then your left. Okay, so quick review, right? A lot of these moves you may not be overly familiar with, but that's okay, right? So we start off parry, parry, block wave, reset, block wave, reset, block arm drag, reset, block arm drag, reset, right? Hollow out, punch, hollow out, punch. And this hollow out punch has got a low block to it, okay? We're gonna do that one more time where I'm gonna face you. Then I'm gonna show you the side view where you really get to focus in on the details when I talk about how your feet have to keep resetting back to the same position. Ready? So it's, for you, right parry, left parry, right, block wave, left, block wave, right, block, arm drag, left, block, arm drag, right, block down, hollow out punch, left, block down, hollow out punch. Okay, so now, watching it from the side, I'm not going to be mirroring anymore, right? So when I turn sideways, I'll be using my right when I say right. Okay, so if you need to watch this, you can just watch it. If you're ready to follow along, keep following along, right? So when I parry, feet don't move very much. Parry, feet don't move very much, right? Block, wave, my right foot ends up moving forward, and then I reset back to that same starting position. Block, wave, and then reset back to the same starting position. Block, arm drag, you can see my foot switched. Resets back, block, arm drag, reset back, right? And for these two, you actually don't have to reset back, right? So you're gonna block, hollow out, block, hollow out. So it's gonna look kind of like that, okay? The big thing that we run into with students is when they start practicing their partner, they start rushing their partner, and you punch before they get to reset. And again, this is not a self-defense technique. You're working on the lead-ins to a self-defense technique. Very often after you do a block wave, you'd be immediately striking. You wouldn't stand there and wait for them to punch you in the face, right? So it's a little different than in a self-defense environment. It's preparing for a self-defense environment by focusing in on one part, isolating that element of the technique and getting good at it, right? So we're gonna do it again. Remember, right hand goes first. A little bit less talking this time, a little bit more going. Parry, parry, block wave, reset, block wave, reset, block arm drag, reset, block arm drag, reset, and hollow out, hollow out. Okay? By the way, we refer to that as hollow out because you're like pulling your belly back, blocking down, punching over. Okay, we're gonna go through that 2 more times. I'm gonna switch the other direction so you get the other point of view. Maybe you wanna see what it looks like from the back, that's fine. Ready? And here we go. 1, parry, 2, parry. 3, block, wave, reset. 4, block, wave, reset. 5, block, arm drag, reset. 6, block, arm drag, reset. 7, hollow. 8, hollow. Okay? One more time we're doing this together. If you need to, pause this, slow this down. The big thing that we're working on today is resetting back. So after each movement, your right foot is still in back. If you end up with your right foot in back, basically where you started, you're in a good place. If you end up somewhere else, probably not. Here we go. Parry, parry, block, wave, reset. Block, wave, reset. Block, arm drag, reset. Block, arm drag, reset. Block, hollow out. And this is the one time you're in a different place. That final hollow out. Okay, so what I'm going to encourage you to do is pause the video and practice that 2 times without anybody watching you, without anybody helping you, right? Once you've done that, you can go ahead and reset this, right? If you feel like you're really solid, you don't need to practice it, fine, but I do recommend it because it's going to make you a lot better. By practicing without watching me, it lets you really go at your own pace. Right, with that being said, let's get ready for the next part of class. So as we talk about generosity this month, where we talk about sharing our time and our treasures and our talents with other people, I want to talk to you about your talents, right? And how you might share that with someone that you care about, either at your house or maybe someone who doesn't live with you that you could still share your talents with. right? And I'm sure you have plenty of talents, right? Maybe you're good at singing, right? Maybe you're good at dancing. Maybe you're good at drawing. Maybe you're good at cooking. Maybe you can bake awesome cookies. I don't know, right? Maybe you're good at martial arts, right? And you can share that with someone else in your family. Like, hey, Mom, I'm going to teach you how to do a front kick today. Okay? Whatever it is, I want you to think of one thing that you think, you know what? I'm pretty good at that, right? And try and think of one thing you could do to share that talent with someone else, right? So, like I said, maybe you're going to make cookies for Dad, right? Maybe you're going to sing a song for your mom, right? Maybe you're going to record a video for Grandma. Maybe you'll draw a picture for Granddad. I don't know, right? You can think of one of those things that you have a talent in, right? And then try and share that talent with someone that you care about. Just the other day, some kids sent me a couple of drawings, right? And I was so kind of touched and happy to see that they wrote something nice to me, right? And drew something for me. I was like, wow, that's great, right? Made me feel good. Maybe you could do something like that. So I want you to challenge yourself to do that. If you need a moment to think about it, pause the video, right? Think about it, write it down, come up with a plan. Otherwise, we're going to keep moving on to the next part of class. All right, so we're going to just do some basic kicks we've done before, but we're going to do again. As you practice your kicks, you keep sharpening that, so keep getting a little bit better, a little bit better. Be brilliant in the basics, right? And part of that comes from just repetitions, and part of it comes from intention. As you're kicking, have a goal, right? You get to pick the goal. You're a higher belt now. You're not a beginner. Maybe it's keeping your hands up. Maybe it's kicking high. Whatever it is, think about it. Do it for your kick, probably on both legs, right? So we're starting off with the front kick. We're doing 10 each side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and switch. Again, keep that goal in mind. Stay focused on that one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're switching up. We're going to axe kick. Same basic concept. Pick a goal. What's it going to be? Maybe it's hands up. Maybe it's speed. Maybe it's recovery. Whatever it is, work on it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch your legs. Same idea. Probably the same goal. You do have the option of changing goals if you have one leg that's a lot better than the other. But for an axe kick, usually it's the same goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're switching up. We're going to roundhouse kick. Think of your goal. Is it turning your base foot? Is it pointing your kicking foot? Hands up, turning, speed, power, whatever it is. Have your goal, stick with it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, switching our legs. If you're not sure what your goal is on one of these kicks, it's a great thing to ask an instructor about. Be like, hey, what do I need to work on next on this kick? And then, remember, you've probably been told in the class, like, hey, I'm looking for you to point your toes, but sometimes you forget. So ask, be like, what do I need to do to improve? And then work on it. Here we go. Other side, roundhouse kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're switching legs. Coming up on lead leg side kick. Lots of things you could pick from. Which way do I point my back foot? Which way do I point my kicking foot? How do I chamber? Where do my hands go? Where are my eyes? Where's my shoulder? Lots of things. Think about one of them. Maybe it's something that you've heard about in class recently. Let's get it better. Ready? 1, 2. Maybe it's just kicking faster. 3. Sometimes that's the case. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, other side, same idea. Make sure you stick with your goal. Think about it. What am I going to work on? If you don't think of it immediately, it's okay. Pause this and then go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so those are the beginner kicks. Those should be pretty easy. Hop step kicks are next. Going with a goal. I'm going to do these sideways. I think it's better to get a point of view of sideways on these kicks. Remember that. Together kick, right? Maybe that's your goal. If not, pick the right thing for you. Kick fast. What did he say to me last time I was in a class? Let's do that thing. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we switch our legs. Same thing, same kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 5 down, 1 more to go. You got hop, step, roundhouse kick. When you do your hop, step, roundhouse, think, what's my goal? Am I turning my foot? Am I pointing my toes? Am I checking my shoulder? Am I kicking high? Am I kicking fast? Pick the right one for you. 10 on each side, then we get to move on to the next challenge. Whew. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we switch. Same thing, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so 120 kicks down. That's pretty easy. If you have one of those kicks that you're like, hey, you know what? I don't think I felt like I hit my goal there. Pause this. Go ahead and do it. Otherwise, we're going to move on to our next challenge, right? The next part of class. Okay, so for this kicking challenge, we're going to be using a chair, and we're going to be working on our lead leg side kick. Right? Now, this is going to help you be good at any kind of a side kick. A lead leg side kick, a back step side kick, not really a spinning back side kick, but a whole bunch of different side kicks that we do in martial arts. Right? And to do this, the trick is you have to put one foot kind of like right behind one of the legs of the chair, right? So most of you is not behind the chair, only like 1 foot of you is. If you're all the way behind the chair like this, I'm kind of hiding, it's not going to work, right? I just have like 1 foot behind it, so I'm a little bit behind it. You can see this leg, this one hidden behind the chair, right? And I can hold on to this chair for balance. And all I want you to do right now is you're going to take the foot that's not behind the chair and put it up on the chair just like that. Right, so just bring it up and you put it down. Now, if the chair is really, really high, you may not be able to get all the way on the top of the seat. That's okay. You can just put your foot so it's touching the chair like that, right? Just like this. Now what I'm looking for, if you watch this from the side, is that your foot is in front of you. Not that your foot is underneath of your behind, right? The biggest challenge I run into people with side kicks on, well, one of the biggest challenges, there are a couple of them, right? But one of the biggest challenges I run into people with side kicks is that their side kick has no power because they chamber it the wrong way. They get there the wrong way, right? You know, if I ask the average kid, like, hey, what's the fastest way to get from your room to the front yard? They'll probably say, oh, I have to run downstairs, and then I go out the front door. Say, well, would you jump out the window? Isn't that faster? Right? Don't go jumping out windows, by the way, right? But like, oh, well, maybe that would be faster, but it would be the wrong way to do it because you'd get hurt, right? The fastest way to bring up your legs may be like this, but that's not the best way. You've got to bring your foot in front of you, right? Just like you have to walk down the steps before you go out into the front yard instead of jumping out the window, which would be crazy. Don't do that. Right? So what we're going to do, I'm going to turn back this way, right, is you want to have the chair set up right between you and the screen. If you can't, and you don't have room, you can do it this way, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one foot, I'm going to put my foot up on it, and then I'm going to side kick out. And when I do the side kick, both hands can hold onto the chair so it don't fall over. Then I put it back on the chair, and I put it down. So it's foot onto the chair, kick out, foot onto the chair, and put it down. We're really working on two things. One, making sure that we chamber the right way so we can have a powerful kick. And two, making sure we bring our foot back in so it's harder for them to catch it. If you just let your leg drop, someone can catch your leg on a side kick, and that's a really bad thing to have happen. Right? So we're going to do 10 on one side. We bring our foot up onto the chair, and you kick out, and you bring it back in, and you put it down. Now the nice thing about holding onto the chair, we're going to go again too. Foot on, kick out, bring it in, put it down, as it lets you go slow. We want to go slow right now. Foot on the chair, kick out, bring it back in, put it down. If you're learning the kick by going slow, bring it up, kick out, bring it back in, and put it down. It lets you look at the details. We're going to keep going, just try and keep pace with me while I'm talking. Okay? It lets me pay attention to, hey, am I putting my foot in the right place? Am I pushing my leg out with my foot sideways? Right? If you're a higher belt or you're more experienced with a side kick, by kicking slow, you actually develop your muscle so you can kick harder. Right? So you'll feel, if you hold that out there for a second, you feel, oh man, that's hard, my leg is on fire. Well, not actually on fire, that would be catastrophic, but if your leg burns a little bit, you're getting stronger. Right? So either way, by going slow, you can get better, whether you're learning how to do it or if you're just trying to strengthen your muscles. Now, we're going to switch to the other side. I'm going to just move my chair a little bit. You can walk over to the other side. Again, you want to have one foot behind the chair, the other foot not behind the chair. The foot that's not behind the chair is the one that comes up, like this. If it's like this, you did it wrong. Right? So it's here. And we're going to kick out to the side. And we bring it back in, and we put it down. Right? And again, make sure you get your foot in front. If it's not coming in front, you're not doing it. I want you to keep going. I'm going to turn so you can get a different point of view on this. Foot on the chair, kick out, bring it in, and put it down. All four of those parts. Right? All four are important. If you skip one of them, it doesn't make it better. Even if it does, make it faster. It's like counting to 4 by going 1, 3, 4. It's faster, but it ain't right. That's not how you count to 4, right? You've got to do all 4 parts. 1 is up, 2 is out, 3 is in, and 4 is down. A couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2. Let's hold that one out there for a second. Feel those muscles burning. Hold it. Hold it. Bring it in and put it down. Okay. So that's a great way for you to work on chambering your lead leg side kick or back step side kick to really get some good power in our legs, powerful kicks. All right, great job. Let's get moving on to the next part of class. All right, today we're going to be doing one of our brown belt conditioning challenges for April. We're going to be doing this with more than brown belts. We're going to let some of our lower belts do it today. We're just going to modify our standards. This movement really only has two different things. It's got roll-ups and advanced kicking sprints. I'm going to walk you through both pretty quick, and then we're going to just get into actually doing it. Right? So first of all, a roll-up. That's the one that's kind of challenging. Right? I'm going to show you a couple of different ways. You're going to start sitting down. Right? Doesn't particularly matter how, just as long as your behind's on the ground. You're going to roll back, and then you roll up onto just one knee. Don't go too far. Don't go too little. Just right, Goldilocks. Right? The right position is when my hip or my behind is over my knee. Right? So sometimes people only go this far because they're rushing. Okay? And that's not what we want. Okay? And then we also have sometimes people say, I have to stand all the way up. Right? It's particularly bad for you if you're on a hard floor. Right? I'm going to show it to you one more time from the front so you can see how I keep switching my legs each time. So I start sitting down on the floor. I roll back. I come up on one knee. And then when I roll back, I switch to the other knee. Just like that. Okay? So that's how you do your roll-up. Right? You're going to be doing 20 or 25 of those depending on what belt level you are. In addition to that, you're going to be doing what we call advanced kicking sprints. If you know the fast way of doing this where you're jumping, great, do that. I don't want you to learn that from this video though. So you can just do the easy way where you're going to alternate kicking one foot, the other foot, one foot, the other foot. The key thing you have to remember to do is always kick as high as your belt. Right? If you're not wearing your belt, it's as high as your belly button, basically. Okay? You're going to alternate legs 1, 2, 3, 4. So each individual kick counts as 1. Depending on your belt level, you're either going to do 60 or 75. Right? So those are the two different moves. After you do those kicking sprints, you're going to do another set of roll-ups. Same number, 20 or 25. So in total, if you are a red belt or below, you're going to do 20 roll-ups, then you're going to do 60 kicks, and 20 more roll-ups, and you're done with your first set. If you're a higher belt, brown belts, black belts, 25, 75, and then 25 more. Okay? So that's what we're going to do, right? Best of luck to you as we get started. All right, get yourself in a good position. All right? I'll do these first ones, do the first ones going towards you. Might as well. All right, so sit on your behind. I'm going to set my timer. On your mark, get set, and go. And get up, right? Now, I'm not going to be aiming to go really fast today, right? So as you're doing these, if you can go faster than me, great. And I'm only doing the lower belt number, so I'm going to do 20. If you have to do 25, do your 25, right? The key here, lift your behind up, lift your behind up. Full range of motion. Never let your head hit the floor. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, if the floor is too hard, this starts to hurt you, you can switch to doing either a sit-up or a leg raise. Because I don't want you to hurt yourself. But you should be able to do this if you're on something like carpet or mats, if you have a mat at home, right? Even if you put just a yoga mat on the floor. Some people have one of those that they can use. But again, we're going to do 20 of these. Once we're done with 20, and I lost count because I was talking too much, so I'll just do one more. We're going to get it, and we're going to start kicking, alternating legs, just like this. Now, if you're ahead of me, good. You're shooting for 60 or 75. If you're not ahead of me, finish your 20, whatever it is. We're going to do 60. I'm going to try and actually count a little bit now. Count quietly, not to confuse you. You can see I'm kicking pretty high. It doesn't have to be super high, pretty high. If you're done, get ready for roll-ups. If you're not, don't worry. Good, okay. I'm gonna start doing my roll-ups. 20 more, maybe it's 25 for you. Get in position, ready, set, go. I'm almost done. Hopefully you are too. Last one should be your best ones. All the way up. All the way up. All right, so if you're done, good, catch your breath. If you're not, keep going. Worst case scenario, you're taking a lot of time, you can always pause this. Now, one extra challenge I might give you, if you're really feeling feisty, so brown belt, you gotta do this twice, right? So you would pause, rest for a minute, and then go again. If you're not up for that, that's okay. But if you're a brown belt and you're like, hey, this year I wanna get my black belt, Sensei Jeff, I encourage you, pause, wait a minute, do that all over again one more time. But otherwise, we're gonna move on to the next part of class. All right, folks, it's time to work on some dodging. And really, there's nothing that I find makes a student want to dodge more than trying to hit him with a sword. So I'm gonna try and hit you with a sword today, right? So what we're gonna do is pretty simple. I can swing 3 different ways. One, I can swing like this, straight down. When I swing straight down, you gotta dodge to the side, right? You gotta move out of the way so I don't chop you in half, okay? Second thing, I can swing high up at your head. When I swing up high, you better duck down nice and low, right? Otherwise, you're gonna get a haircut, right? Right? Well, you might need a haircut, but that's okay, right? I need a haircut, right? And the last thing is, I gotta try and chop at your foot, like that. And if I do, you've gotta jump over the sword, right? So we're gonna practice. I'm gonna attack you a few different times, right? We're gonna start just chopping straight down. Make sure you dodge out of the way. Dodge out of the way. Okay. Get ready to duck. Ready, duck. And duck. And of course, get ready to jump. Jump. And jump. Okay. So that's enough practice. I'm going to attack you for 1 minute. I want you to dodge for the full minute without me hitting you, right? Hopefully, you're pretty quick. Got to be pretty focused for this. If you're not paying attention, I might get you because I'm sneaky. Ready, set, let's hit some kids with a sword. Hope you're watching, because if you're not watching, I might come and get you with the sword. Oh, we gotta be fast. That was 2 in a row. Good, be quick. Be quick. Going for a full minute. Keep moving. Stay focused the entire time. Stay focused. Be quick. Don't get hit with a sword. Don't get hit with a sword. Don't get hit with a sword. That's a good motto in life, right? Some things that are good ideas, not getting hit with a sword, is pretty much always a good idea. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, be quick now. Be quick now. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. Time's almost up. Oh boy. All right, time. All right, so good job today in class, folks. I look forward to seeing you soon. Keep up the good work.